the world that there's more beneath our hair than dark roots.
Then, check out what's on top of this week's TV charts.
And relive the 50s quiz show where the right answer could win you 64,000 big ones.
It's Entertainment Tonight at 7:30 tonight on 7.
The People's Court today at 4:30.
So that's what this is all about. You're just trying to get back at Ian because of that stupid little joke he played on you on St. Eleonora.
Wrong. It isn't my pride, Miss Alexander. It's my pocket.
Ian told me that he made a deal with you. He said that you two were partners in this whatever it is.
Excuse me. You really like cutting things close, Ian.
I have what you requested, Snell. Now tell me where you are.
I hope you're serious. I'm in no mood for pranks.
I'm serious. I'll bring you the document if you'll allow me to take my fiancée home unharmed.
All right. Come to 99 Hugo Street, to the first floor apartment.
I'll be there.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by New Enriched Prel. New Prel puts the ooh in shampoo. And by Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
1 BLT, 3 number 6 specials.
Got it.
1 number 4, 2 burgers on 1. Ransom.
Jack.
2 coffees with legs.
On the way.
Al, try and get some in the cups, huh?
Uh-oh. Quick, Rosie. It's heading for my takeout orders.
Don't panic. Bounty'll head it off. Bounty's so fast it gets spills before they get away.
Wow, that was fast.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Just flip your burgers and watch. Look how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid. The other towel pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is faster.
Show him how strong it is, Rosie.
I'm way ahead of you, Betty. Park those burgers here, Al.
Hey, that's a heavy order. Bounty's really strong.
I'm faster than any other towel.
Yeah.
Only I had a waitress and a cook who worked half as fast. Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Get spills before they get away.
Who put the ooh in shampoo?
New Prel, that's who.
New Prel puts the ooh in shampoo.
New Enriched Prel gives you a soft new fragrance. Special new silkeners you can feel while you shampoo. Hair that feels soft and silky after. New Prel puts the ooh in shampoo. Ooh. Puts it in a special new formula for dry hair, too.
New Prel puts the ooh in shampoo.
Cliff! Oh, good to see you. Well, what do you think, huh? Look at the plants.
Great.
And Cliff, the torches, they really work.
It's wonderful.
And you see this bar? This used to be a big, fat wine barrel.
Nice.
The menu. We have got the most incredible menu all planned. Well, we had to put it on a blackboard because by the time we figured out what we wanted to serve, well, it was too late to get anything printed.
The blackboard menus are very in now.
Yeah, that's just what I think, because then you get the impression that everything's fresh and that...
I'm starting to get an impression, too, or hasn't anybody noticed the look on my partner's face yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about your client.
Dee Dee told us that a good friend of yours just confessed to murder.
Yeah, you're right on both counts. Nicole Kavanaugh's a good friend, and she just confessed to strangling Nora Fulton.
Did you go down to headquarters with her?
Yeah, I came straight from there. I have to go straight back.
So, she really did it then, huh? I mean, there's no question about it.
The only question is how I'm going to get off with a lighter sentence.
Boy, I guess that means there won't be many people coming to the opening tonight. Kavanaugh's and Jody and probably not Gavin.
Stop worrying about the restaurant for 2 minutes, Mitzi, okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound callous or anything. I just... Well, you know, this is all we've been talking about for the past couple of days is this whole Nora Fulton thing. And, you know, and personally, I'm glad the thing's over with. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Mrs. Kavanaugh. I'm glad it's over with.
I have to keep reminding myself every 2 minutes what just happened. If I don't think about it, I forget. It all seems so unreal. Seems like something you just remember from a dream.
I know, I feel the same way.
How could this have happened? Jody, you know your sister. You know she wouldn't kill an insect. She's the gentlest human being I know. All of a sudden, she's sitting there talking about having committed a murder.
No, it wasn't Nicole. I mean, she wasn't herself. She didn't know what she was doing. She couldn't have.
You're right. It's a different person. It's some kind of a horrible transformation.
Nora Fulton changed her.
Same way she changed me into something I didn't want to be. That's what started this vicious process.
You heard what Nicole said. She said that Nora built her hopes up, and then she shows up and she changes her mind. She changes her mind at the last minute, and then that... It was too cruel, that's all.
It drove Nicole to this irrational violence, and it's all because of me.
It's because she loves you.
Yeah, because of that. How are we going to make people understand what happened? Maybe if they know what drove Nicole to this, what made her do it, they would forgive her.
I'm sure they will. What is that quotation I'm trying to think of?
What?
Something I remember from school. To know all is to forgive all.
Except this is murder, Jody. It's not just what people think. It's what the law demands.
Well, the law is made up by people, right? Once the story is explained, everything will be all right. I'm sure everything's going to be all right.
Just roll your fingers over the paper, Kavanaugh, like this. This is very strange. You know, a week ago I was doing a news special on the same process. I was in this exact same room with a camera photographing somebody else being fingerprinted. Well, you'll get your turn in front of the camera, don't worry. Okay, honey, you're on. Here you go. Okay, Phelps, next one.
Okay, sweetheart, hold this under your chin. Turn right. Hey, sweetheart, I said right. Okay, now left. All the way over further. Now look straight into the camera. Watch the birdie. I'm watching a birdie myself. A jail birdie.
You're not mixing A1 steak sauce in your ground beef?
A1 in ground beef?
My dear sister, there is steak in that ground beef. And what's better for steak than A1? And I bet you have. Here it is. A1's herbs and spices make ground beef taste like ground steak. Hamburgers and meatloaf are juicy and tastier. Just mix 3 tablespoons into every pound. 1, 2, 3.
Mmm, what a difference.
Sure. A1 makes ground beef taste like ground steak.
I love the crunchy wheat taste of Kellogg's Mini Wheats, but the frosting side agrees with the little kid in me.
The whole grain shredded wheat side, to me, is quite superior. The light frosting introduces my girlish interior.
Kellogg's Mini Wheat cereals. Whole grain shredded wheat for the adult in you, light frosting for the kid in you.
For me, the manly side of Mini Wheats is fitting. But the frosting's good, too. And I'm not kidding.
Here you go, kids on the house.
Oh, thank you.
Bad habit, you know, giving it away for free.
Oh, it's a free sample. Well, you know something, Mitzi? I think I have to have another talk with Francesco. He's getting that funny look in his eyes again.
Oh, my gosh.
He's worried about the opening, too?
He's more nervous than me and Mitzi put together, and that's really saying something. I mean, it's like an opening night on Broadway.
Oh, Harris Avenue is agog over the opening of The Rock Garden, starring the beautiful actress Mitzi Martin and the effervescent Poppy Johnson.
Ooh.
There are other stars, too. There's Francesco Roland, and the cast of wonderful supporting players. Some of my favorites, that song and dance team, Al Dente Spaghetti, and barbecue ribs, and, of course, the character actress, Charlotte Bruce. We give this one a 10.
Yeah!
I wrote that myself.
Well, obviously, you're feeling much better.
I'll see you later.
But good luck.
Thank you.
Be careful.
Actually, you're wrong. If I were feeling better, I would have been much funnier.
Cliff, there's really no use in worrying about this case. It's just started.
You know, Cliff, I think the best thing you could do is to put this whole thing out of your mind until tomorrow. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. Hey, there's probably not even going to be a trial.
Oh, you can bet your spaghetti there's going to be a trial. Come on, a famous newscaster like this? Boy, Nicole's confession is just the beginning of this mess.
Well, if that's all you guys are going to talk about, I'm going to help Poppy cheer Francesco up.
You know, Cliff, that's starting to be Mitzi's most unfavored subject, the Nora Fulton murder.
I wonder why. Look, Dee Dee, got a question. What do you think of the chances of trying to sell a temporary insanity plea to the jury? I mean, given today's present climate.
Truth?
Truth.
I would be worried, that's for sure.
How else can we explain Nicole's behavior? I mean, what's the definition of insanity? Irrational, irresponsible behavior, something that is done contrary to the normal behavior patterns? I mean...
Cliff, I really don't know Mrs. Kavanaugh well enough to say.
Oh, I know her. I've known her for a long time, and Nicole just wouldn't do this. I mean, to take that cable and to twist it around that woman's neck... It's crazy to think that. I mean, see, that's my point. It's crazy.
Yes, Cliff, but she was a woman with a very strong, rational motive. It's going to take an awful lot of work to make that defense stick.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I gotta get back to work. Look, I'll see you later, okay?
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Hey, Dee Dee, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. How about coming with me?
Sure.
I mean, I know you have a lot of cases, and I guess I'll just have to owe you one, okay?
Cliff, we are partners. What are partners for?
Thanks. Oh, Cliff?
Damien, I didn't think you'd be able to make it tonight.
Poppy, well, I'm not sure that I will. That's what I came by for, to wish these ladies luck.
A kiss is always lucky.
Okay.
I hear you guys solved one case anyway.
Well, the case actually solved itself. Calvin and I aren't too happy about the way that turned out.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Well, I've known Doc Kavanaugh since I came to Monticello, and Calvin's known both of them for a long time. You have a confession. What are you supposed to do?
I know, a confession is a confession, right?
Yeah. Look, I didn't come to talk about that. This is your big night. How do you feel?
Well, I'd feel a whole lot better if you made it tonight, both you and Calvin. So, promise me you'll try, okay?
Okay, I promise.
Okay.
Nothing but war, riot, revolution will keep us out of here.
That's all?
Yes, that's all. Is there any chance that Sid and Eddie might come?
No, I don't think so. They're too busy running their own place in Florida. Which reminds me, did you know that Sid was here for a while in Monticello?
No, you didn't mention that you saw her.
Nobody did. She came up without telling anybody. Eddie told me about it the day that I called him about the loan. He said something about her being here on a buying trip.
You mean she didn't try to contact anybody?
No, she didn't. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, strange. When would she buy?
It was last Friday, and I remember that exactly because of, well, you know what happened that night.
Yeah, that was the night that Nora Fulton was murdered.
Look at this. Can you believe it? Flowers. Our own chef sent us flowers. Yeah.
My wife Patty's happiest when she's outdoors. In fact, she's kind of a nature nut. There must be something to it. Just look at that face. If Patty's not an Ivory girl, I don't know who is.
Maybe David's biased, but he does know me pretty well. I live healthy, I eat healthy, and I do wash every day with Ivory. Look, I'm like most women. I've tried soaps with heavy perfumes and deodorants, but they left me feeling like there was something I didn't want on my face. That's why I trust Ivory, because it leaves my skin feeling clean and fresh, like the outdoors. David's father used to make him take Ivory down the river because it floats. But I use Ivory because it makes my skin look good.
Healthy-looking skin. Ivory can help you have it, too. If you know a healthy-looking Ivory girl like Patty, write and tell us.
Let's face it, if all we had to clean was one little spot of greasy dirt, any cleaner full strength would do. But greasy dirt gets everywhere. So I clean by the bucket with Top Job. It's a fact. No leading liquid in a bucket tops Top Job on the toughest greasy dirt. Take pine oils. They're fine full strength. But pour them in water like I do. And see, Top Job cleans the toughest greasy dirt better than pines. Fact is, oil and water don't mix like Top Job. So when you clean the toughest greasy dirt by the bucket, switch from pines to Top Job.
And now there's a new improved Top Job. Dissolves grease faster to clean even better by the bucket.
Yes, I see. No, I don't think I can make it. I'm a little busy here. Yeah. No, just tell Dr. Duncan I'll call him in the morning. Yeah. Good, I appreciate that. Yeah, goodbye. There's no change in Barbara's condition.
Unlike Nicole.
I wish they'd bring her back upstairs.
Miles, do you think it's possible that Nora really did know something about what happened to Barbara?
I doubt it, judging from that videotape.
Well, I didn't see the tape. I don't think I want to.
Except I just keep wondering why'd she go to all that trouble if she didn't know anything? Why'd she demand all that money from Nicole if she had nothing to tell her?
Maybe just to build her hopes up. Are you still going to go see that hypnotherapist, see if you can remember anything about what happened that night?
Nicole doesn't want me to. Do you know that? She's afraid I'll find out something I don't want to know.
Well, now I have another number in my life besides my Social Security number.
Could we be alone for a minute?
All right.
You okay?
Yeah, it wasn't really all that bad. It was just too unreal.
I'm sure it was.
I mean, it was like it was somebody else being fingerprinted and photographed. I was just standing there watching. It was just like when I did that news story last week. Or was that 2 weeks ago? I'm losing all track of time.
Well, what's Cliff doing to get you out of here?
He said he was going out to have coffee with Dee Dee to get back.
Yes, he's back. He and Dee Dee are trying to arrange an immediate hearing so that they can see if I can get out on bail.
Oh, good. As soon as that happens, soon you go home.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, you all have been here so long. You haven't had all the excitement I've had.
I spoke to Mrs. Goodman. Adam is fine, full of questions as usual. Though I think Mrs. Goodman had a few more this time.
Well, did you all tell her the whole story?
No. I don't really know the whole story. She just said that you make sure you get home tonight. She has dinner prepared.
Well, I hope I can come home.
Well, there's not any question about that, is there?
Well, that would depend on the hearing.
You don't really think that you're going to have to spend the night here, do you? Miles?
I don't see why you can't tell me what this business thing is. I think I have a right to know.
I'm sure Ian has already told you quite enough about it. How can he keep such things from the woman he's going to marry?
You'd be surprised. Look, I just want to know what it is I'm being traded for.
Ask him, my dear, assuming he has what I want when he arrives.
He said he did, didn't he?
Yes, that's what he said. I think we're about to find out.
That must be him.
Please be quiet, my dear. very quiet. The first sound from this room, I assure you, my friends outside will shoot and kill the bridegroom. Clear?
Clear.
Not that you'll be able to make him hear you. This room is quite soundproof. Come in, Ian.
Thank you.
Has your Caribbean tan faded much? Mine came off in the shower.
I'm not in the mood for your tired old jokes, Snow.
No, of course not. Then let me answer the question hovering on your lips. Yes, Miss Alexander is all right. She's in the next room with two of my good friends. Any attempt to open that door, even a turn of the knob, will result in her instant death. Do we understand the rules?
I understand. In answer to your question, I have what you asked for.
In there?
Yes, in here. Shall I open it?
All right, very slowly. Stop right there. Let me do the rest.
What did you think I had in there? Some deadly weapon? I wouldn't have pulled such an amateurish trick, Snow.
Just the same. Now, this is what I call good sense.
Paula Gann's interior decorator for Endust.
What do I recommend for the care of good furniture? Well, you should use spray wax, but not too often because the wax can build up. So just use it occasionally for a wax shine. But for regular cleaning, use Endust. Endust cleans dirt and dust better without smeary wax buildup because there's no wax in it. Endust leaves just a clean, natural shine. So use spray wax for occasional waxing, but use Endust for regular cleaning.
Renews it. Renews it. Use it. Open renews it a little or a lot. It all depends on the odors you've got.
Renews it in the closet, open just a touch.
Renews it in the kitchen, open this much. Renews it in the bathroom, open wide.
Helps keep your house smelling fresh and clean inside. Renews it. Renews it. Use it.
And we're priced right.
Victor Henry, a man questioning his marriage.
I love you.
Touched by a woman who saw the hero.
Some hours of joy weigh against a whole lifetime, don't they?
Goodbye, Phil.
Victoria Tennant and Robert Mitchum in Herman Wouk's The Winds of War, premiering Sunday.
I can't hear a word they say.
I honestly thought you weren't going to come through, Ian. I thought I was going to have to do something nasty to your lovely lady friend.
Well, now that you know I'm so sensible, would you please bring her out here?
Tell me one thing first. What was all this nonsense on St. Eleonora about the mysterious Constantine? You really had me convinced that he had the key to the phone book, and yet you had it all the time.
Everything I told you about Constantine was true. He did have the phone book. He did deal with Jefferson Brown. You see, I know, because I hired him.
You did?
Yes. I never saw the man in person, but I had heard that he was absolutely trustworthy. And after Brown proved to me that he had the document by showing me some samples, we made the deal. I sent Constantine in as my agent to complete the transaction because I didn't want to be seen twice at Dr. Bryson's clinic.
You always were a cautious fellow, Devereaux.
Cautious, but not that wise. You see, I overestimated his honesty.
Are you saying he double-crossed you?
Absolutely. I never saw the document after I gave him the money. A lot of money. So you see, I'm anxious to find his identity.
But how did you finally manage to get the document?
That is quite another story. Look at page 4.
4?
Don't bother with page 4, Snow. It's a phony like all the rest.
Phony? You mean this is a fake?
Yes. Names from the real phone book, the Monticello telephone directory. I thought it would be handy to have around for occasions like these. Now, if you don't produce my fiancée, you are going to lose 8 pounds of ugly fat.
Wait. It's all right. There's no one else. Just me, Ian. It was just a joke. This one on you. On me, too, I suppose.
Now, get in there.
Oh, Ian.
Are you all right?
Oh, yes. What is going on here?
Oh, it's just Snell's way of trying to pay me back for what happened on St. Eleonora.
Ian, listen. Our deal still stands, okay? The one we made on the island, I'll still try to find them for you, all right?
I think that would be sensible, Snell.
All I want is a cut. A small percentage, 10%, all right? A finder's fee.
That'll suit me fine. Now, get out of here.
I'm so glad you came. Oh, but now it's obvious to me that you're not telling me everything. So come on, I have a right to know.
All right. I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you everything, I promise you.
You will?
Yes. I'll tell you everything on our wedding night.
The great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow.
Those crunchy, munchy nuggets, dogs really love that taste. And with that combination of flavors, it's not just good, it's great. Dog Chow brand dog food, they love that taste and how.
It's the great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow.
It's the largest selling dog food, so treat your dog right now to the
Great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow.
Before you go out, you get 1 hat, 2 gloves, and 4 oranges.
But that's not 4 oranges.
No, this is Flintstones with extra C, but it's got as much vitamin C as 4 oranges.
Hey, that is a lot.
4 times as much as any other leading brand. So Flintstones gives him 9 essential vitamins to help complete a balanced diet. Plus the extra C I want.
More moms are reaching for Flintstones, because it's got
Extra vitamin C.
Saturday, the Star Trek team gets together again when William Shatner comes up against Leonard Nimoy on T.J. Hooker. And it's an all-new cruise to the Greek Isles on a special 2-hour love boat.
Tonight, the romance that almost fizzled. Fonzie and Ashley look back at their first date and the hilarious disasters that shook them up on Happy Days. Then Laverne turns the fashion world upside down when she's mistaken for a model while spying on her photographer boyfriend on Laverne and Shirley.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, some victims of unemployment are being victimized by con men. I thought a job would be right around the corner. Fly-by-night firms are selling phony job lists and false hope. Could you fall prey to this nationwide scam? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Light and fluffy, the egg noodle that's fluffy, not flat. Thanks to the shape, more gravy stays on.
Light and fluffy. Now that's using your noodle.
I'm Roseanne Scamardella. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, a young mother is dead. Police say she's the victim of a drag race on a Long Island road. We'll have a full report and this. Also, a house on Long Island that makes life a lot easier for the people who live there. And we'll show you a motorcycle stunt that took place on the top of the Empire State Building. Join Storm and me and Spencer at 5 o'clock. See you then.
Years ago, great home cooking began with the arrival of the Progresso truck.
Tony, send
It carried the Progresso foods that became legendary for homemade goodness. Today, you can enjoy that homemade flavor with Progresso Italian-style breadcrumbs, specially seasoned to give your chicken, meatballs, veal, or fish a delicious accent. So for breadcrumbs that add a special difference, make it Progresso or make it yourself.
Our way, a virtual wall of water expected to hit our area shortly. A flash flood watch is in effect right now for Westchester, Rockland counties in New York, and most of northern New Jersey. This will be updated on Eyewitness News at 6.